Poor substitutes for love. Yesterday I found out that Implant Communications artist extraordinaire, Christine Dennett, lives in Oregon. I thought she lived in Nevada or somewhere more east of there, but no, she's sitting right near all the wildfires. These fires, of course, are no fluke. They are usually started by direct energy weapons, and they are part of an attack on humanity that the Chimera group loves to indulge in. I don't know what their end game is, to increase suffering or to perhaps increase laws that will restrict their freedoms even more. I just intuited that somehow this has to do with the San Andreas Fault, which is rumored to drop California into the ocean. By continually hitting it with direct energy weapons, it weakens the structure of the land. As a matter of fact, there are many fault lines in California. If you recall, in one of our recent videos, it was stated that California is part of Lemuria. Mount Shasta is an area of frequent UFO activity and the site of one of the chakras of this world, the fifth, I think. I know the wildfires around Paradise were about the fact that the Centaurians are living there and they were the object of that attack. So what else could be going on there? The entire area is covered by dumps, right out to the sea coast, and you can't assume that just because our buildings start on fire that the energy beam stops there. I'm sure it goes right on through to inner Earth. So there are more attacks going on than just the people on the surface. Maybe, as we often are, we're just the unwitting victims of exopolitical warfare. As soon as I learned she is close to the fires, I start one habit I often have: I worried about her welfare. Ivo has warned me about this because worry is a combination of concern and of fearing for the well-being of the person you're worrying about. I woke up this morning to videos of blood-red skies and burnt homes. I found out she is 20 minutes away from the closest fire, but the wind direction kept it from advancing in her direction. Worrying very much puts you into your mental mind, in a frequency that is manipulable by the dark ones. It sets you up to have more to worry about. Living from higher mind is the goal. How would my soul deal with this? Well, for one thing, my soul doesn't have to resort to using Facebook to find out her status. It would know immediately. So no wonder they don't worry. We're here using more limited means to find out the same information. I believe in many ways we have the right intentions, but we combine them with fear. If we can eliminate the fear from our mindset, we would be on a better frequency. I'm sure she'll be okay. There are so many ways that we interject fear into our emotional states to lower their frequencies. We control instead of loving. How many times have you seen a parent yell at their child out of concern for their well-being? I didn't understand when I was a child that my parents were showing they cared about me. I thought all they were doing was yelling, that there wasn't any concern for me involved in their response. The fact that they were trained not to show love to anyone didn't help at all. Remember the old days when kissing was considered part of sex and that was only to be done in private? I do. The idea behind controlling, of course, is to ensure you say yes because you're being bullied. Manipulating instead of just asking. Why do people do this? They're afraid the other party will say no, so they use devious tactics to make you feel guilty or shameful for wanting to say no to them. Don't fall for it. It's their issue, not yours. We argue instead of allowing others their own opinion. You're that afraid of any opposition to what you think that you have to get it under your control. You're very insecure. The opposite is allowing and understanding that others have their own higher selves and their own guidance, and if you're right, they'll get there someday too. You just got there sooner, so be grateful you did. You stress out instead of breathing and believing that all is well anyway. You create circumstances and then get stressed out reacting to them, rather than learning the lesson they're trying to tell you. Your higher self is patient. So is God. This lesson will come up again. Next time, respond differently by asking yourself how you can react with less fear and more love. I had to recently, just stand there and take someone's calling me a prostitute. Now he stopped and I didn't have to get angry at him to get him to change. He just has more respect for me now than he did before. He sees who I am rather than just labeling me someone who is there for his perverse sexual exploitation. These substitutes lower your frequency. There's a mix in there many times of fear and of higher vibrational qualities. It's just purifying your response. Adama, hello Sheran. Me, hi Adama. Can you comment please? Adama, yes, of course. Often the human of outer earth is a mixture of these qualities, however if the lower frequency quality predominates, because that is the behavior that has to be changed in order for your ascension to occur, then you attract a lesson. Me, so you probably get your lowest frequency stuff thrown at you all the time? Adama, I think you mean you attract lessons of your lowest frequency? Me, lol yes. Adama, yes. The bottom always is rising. And so when you see low frequency behavior, simply ask yourself how you can remove the fear you're feeling and experience yourself at a higher frequency. For example, when you worry about your friend, then how can you remove the worry and understand that she is immortal and will always exist either in one form or another? Me, I like this form. Adama, yes, but personal preferences aside, she will always be alive. So in knowing this within yourself, you're sending her higher energy, not the energy of your worry. Me, true. Adama, as for California, it does have to do with Lemuria rising. The demonics are working on destroying your land masses and lowering the frequency of your outer earth. They release nuclear explosions, they bomb the land, they cause typhoons, hurricanes, and tornadoes. This all has to do with landscaping, if you'd like to call it that. Their preference is desert, and watery landscapes of bright sunshiny weather really do not appeal to them at all. Remember, they do want to live upon planet Earth, to take your place and to imprison you for their use, so this is their plan, to destroy the Earth's surface. Having a land mass of pristine soil for growing with beaches, ready for renewed plant life and human use is not their plan. By firing at California, they hope to unsettle the tectonic plate that supports Lemuria, the plate that is rising, and in so doing, sink it to the bottom of the ocean again. Me, well, they are controlling, aren't they? Adama, they are. Me, looks like the Pacific plate. Adama, yes. Me, thank you Adama. Adama, thank you for allowing me to serve.